Knock knock. Who's there? Google Stadia. That's a joke. Google Stadia is a joke. Now, probably like a lot of YouTubers, I'm just catching up now because despite ordering the Founders Edition, which was supposed to be released on the 19th, I received mine today, not the release date. Awesome. Which, by the way, Google have apologized and kind of blamed it on a logistics issue of mailing them out. You had enough time to prepare for it. What it seems like is a thinly veiled attempt to stagger the onboarding process so as not to overload the servers on day one. But not something they need to worry about, because even if it shows up like it did today, people still can't get in because there's issues with Google sending out people's founders invite codes, and that includes myself. Stadia posted this on Twitter. We're aware that some who pre-ordered Stadia may not have received their invite codes yet. We've identified and addressed an issue where a small fraction of Stadia access codes were sent out in the wrong order. Kind of makes you wonder how they're going to run a cloud gaming platform when it seems like they can't count chronologically. They followed up with another tweet that said, "We've now continued to roll out codes in the sequence in which we received your pre-order and look forward to seeing you on Stadia." Are you looking for a round of applause for doing something that should have been done in the first place? So being codeless, there's not a lot I can do today other than unbox the Founders Edition and shit all over it, basically. So that's what we're going to do today. Enjoy. I couldn't find a big enough knife.
That's not a knife, that's a knife.
So I know some people love the finer details, so on the box it says Stadia, and it says Stadia Founders Edition, and it says, "One place for all the ways we play," except extremely limited in the ways we're going to play at launch. Anyway, let's get into it. Bloop. So in the Founders Edition you get one controller, which, now that I've got it in my hand, feels generic controller-like. So far I've heard nobody complain about the controllers. The controller is a controller as far as a controller can be, if that makes any sense. Weight feels good. Button responsiveness and springiness feels fine. Analog sticks feel pretty much identical to an Xbox controller. Like I said, at this point, no concerns with the controller, just the rest of the service. So putting that to one side, we also have a USB-C cable and power brick to charge the controller. We have some getting started documentation, which includes Stadia stickers. Not sure how I feel about that because I can't think of anywhere where I would proudly want to display these. Right now, anyway, at least. And last but not least, we get the Chromecast Ultra, and the power brick has the Ethernet port in the bottom. Pretty much the only way you're gonna get a reliable piece of gameplay through Stadia at the moment. Plug it in, not over Wi-Fi. However, in terms of Google's priorities, it wasn't sending out people's invite codes, it was preempting the entire service with kind of like a preliminary warning email, which basically read, "For the love of God, please plug it in via Ethernet." And then just in case that's not possible, they followed it up with a second warning, which is, "Please, sweet baby Jesus, use 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi and do not let anyone else on your network while you're trying to play Stadia." So just to wrap up, everything else you get with the Founders Edition of Google Stadia, don't worry, it's not a long list. Everything we just unboxed, the controller, the Chromecast Ultra, 3 months of Google Stadia Pro, which is supposed to be $10 a month and gets you access to a couple of free games per month. Not a great business model, and will be the only way to get 4K 60 frames per second gameplay. We also received a free copy of Destiny 2, which last time I checked is a free game now. How's that work? And Samurai Showdown, which was a last minute attempt to not seem so money grabbing and greedy. And that's it. For $129 or £119, that's everything you get with Google Stadia Founders Edition. So not that we can do a lot with it right now, but in terms of setup, I just want to see how easy it is. Let's just give it a quick go. So up until this point here, it was basically just setting up a Chromecast Ultra. It was zero different, it was quite boring. But then suddenly Chromecast Ultra was set up and it suddenly went, hang on, I'm a Google Stadia, and it's told us to download the Stadia app. try to do the controller. At the end of the setup, you'll be asked to enter this linking code. Sure, why not? Something unexpected happened. We can't open the app right now, but try again later. Great. And that's it. We can't do this bit. We need the invitation code. So, you know, this is Google Stadia. Bye.